Welcome to another edition of Talk the Talk, Rio Grande Valley Stars. We are on our second edition, and I'm Alex Arabia along with my co-host Isaac Medina. And today we have a great guest all the way from Roma, Texas, from Starr County. Our very first guest from Starr County, so I'm very proud of that, being from Starr County. And he's very talented. I've known him for many years. He's been in mariachi, sings great. He recently participated in La Voz Mexico, a reality show in TV Azteca, so I'm sure he has a lot to share with us today. So please welcome Clyde Guerra.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming out to the show. It's a great pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much. Awesome. So tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what you do, how you got started. Do you have kids, married? What's going on?
So I'm 22 years old. I was born in McAllen, but I've been raised in Roma all my life. And I started music probably around the age of 10. I started with a group at the elementary, which was like Las Guitarritas, and we would learn some folk songs on the guitar, and that's where I kind of started singing. Then when I kind of got into like 6th grade, I started playing the violin. I joined mariachi. My grandparents loved listening to mariachi music. They always played like Linda Ronstadt for me and Juan Gabriel, Pedro Fernandez. So I kind of just already had like a natural love for that. So I joined mariachi and I loved it. And that's where I started kind of singing, and that's where like my love of music kind of took off.
Impressive.
Yeah.
And when did you realize that maybe this was something that you can do as a career, not just as a hobby, but as a career?
Yeah. Well, I think that, I think I've always just doubted myself a little bit on that aspect, but I think that I've just always known that when I get on stage and I start singing, that's what makes me feel the happiest. And I think that's why I know I'm so passionate about it. And so probably around, nearing the end of high school, I said, what do I want to do? I know that I'm good at academics, I know I'm good at music, but what is it that I actually want to dedicate my life to doing? And I made that hard decision, and I did my undergraduate in music because I know that that's what makes me happy.
And you just graduated recently with a bachelor's degree, right?
Yes.
So congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And now do you plan to continue with the master's? Or?
Yes, so actually, as soon as I got back from La Voz, I got notification that I was offered a scholarship, a research scholarship to do my master's, and it pays for all the tuition and gives me kind of a stipend every month to do my master's.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, so tell us a little about La Voz. Okay, how did that happen?
Okay, so it was kind of unexpected, but it came at a great time. So nearing the end of my college degree, and I was like, okay, what am I gonna do? It was kind of just like, I think it was a Thursday. I went back home for lunch. I was sitting at home and I got a call from one of the producers, and he basically just said, we want you to come audition for La Voz. And at first I thought, I don't know if this is real or not, because I didn't audition for this.
Yeah.
But it turns out that it was real. We got in contact through email. After that, I sent in a little clip, and then the next week they had sent me flight information to go and film the audition.
How did they know of you, or did they see you on
Did you
YouTube?
apply, or?
No, actually, I think, so they had seen me on YouTube, they had seen me on Facebook, so yeah, it's great to have videos out there.
So it was through social media that you got exposure and got an invitation to The Voice Mexico.
And that proves the big platform that social media can be.
Totally, yeah.
Wow. I'm gonna start singing.
The windows are gonna break.
And all the glasses.
So you were in La Voz, TV Azteca, Team Belinda.
Yes.
Tell us more about that experience, about her, anything you want to share.
Okay, so, what can I say? It was a wonderful experience. It was just great to get a little insight on what it is to be in a reality show. I think I've always wanted to be on TV. I've always wanted to sing on TV, and that's something that my parents, my friends have known. And so when that happened, I think everybody was really happy for me, and I was most excited.
The whole community in Roma went wild. And
Yes.
we were there watching and supporting.
Yes, and that's
Felt very
awesome.
proud.
Oh, thank you so much. But no, so since when I first got there, I just fell in love with everything. I fell in love with the filming process, with the hair, the makeup, the wardrobe. Everything just feels so exciting.
The adrenaline was there.
Yes, totally. And when I did my audition, I swear I've never been more nervous in my life. And I've performed on stage with mariachis ever since I was 11 or 12, and so I thought it would just like be another performance, but no, nothing could prepare me for something like that. Like I stepped on stage, my body went numb. I was like, oh my god, I don't know the lyrics, even though I had been practicing for a while. Everything was just crazy, but it was all worth it when I saw the first judge turn around, and then the next judge, and then Belinda. It's just like, it was a great...
So the judges were Belinda, Montaner, we also had
Rubio Rivera, and J.A.R.
J.A.R.
Yes.
Who also was born from a reality show himself,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
Academia. And then 3 of them turned around?
Yes.
Was it 3? And then you decided Belinda. Yes. Why? Why Belinda?
I think that I knew more about Belinda, and I had, I followed her on Instagram already, and I just looked up to her, so I was like, I think I'll go with her. Yeah.
How was she as a coach?
Honestly, she was awesome. You never know what to expect when you're dealing with like a celebrity like that. I didn't know what to expect, but when we had our first rehearsal, she was just super sweet. Yes, exactly. And there's a lot of footage that didn't come out on the actual show, but we worked a lot together during the rehearsal, and she had a lot of great ideas. And I'll never forget that after I sang my knockout song, she was just so sweet about it. She said that she just loved my voice and that she felt so emotional after hearing it. And that didn't air, and I was hoping that it would, but
That's how TV works. They
yes,
they
no, but it was awesome.
What was the most memorable experience of being in the voice?
Honestly, I think that besides everything that happened, I just met so many amazing musicians, and I guess that I had never been in an environment where like everybody has the same dream, and so that was really awesome, being surrounded by everybody that just shares that passion, that they all are working for the same goal, and I made some like lifelong friends. I know, because I mean they were just awesome singers, awesome people. Also, I mean, just everybody that worked at TV Azteca I didn't know what to expect with them either, but it was just awesome because they were super nice, they were super polite, anything that we needed, they were there, and that was awesome.
Do you think it's something that you would do again in the future? Another reality show? I know La Academia is coming up. Also in Azteca. I think they're doing auditions. So I think you would give it a chance.
Absolutely,
at some point.
yeah. And I think right now, I want to work towards auditioning for something in the US. Yeah.
Awesome. Very good.
So about influencers, the people in your life. So how important has your parents play a role? The people that you look up to, pursue your career.
Well, I mean, I've always looked up to my parents. My mom and my dad were divorced. They've been divorced since I was 2, but I've been fortunate enough to have both of them in my life, like my entire life, and I've had their support for everything that I do, and I think that's an important factor when you're going after one of your dreams, to have that family support. So I'm really lucky to have their support all the time, especially with my family, and I truly believe that if I didn't have the support that my family gives me, I wouldn't have achieved any of this. So
it's vital, it's essential.
Yes.
You can say hi to your mom if you want to.
Hi, Mom and Dad.
Now, who are your role models when it comes to the music industry? Who do you admire?
Let's see.
Who do you look up to or get inspired by?
I think that, I don't know if I can name just one specific person, but I just look up to anybody who is self-made, kind of. Because I think that that's an important factor to look at when you don't have, when you come from nothing and you grow up to be like this big celebrity. And so I look up to anybody who's self-made in Hollywood, because I think that it's one of my dreams eventually to be a professional singer. So coming from a small town like Roma, there's obstacles along the way that you have to deal with being from such a small town. But
and you joined this selective group of people from Roma who have gone on to reality shows.
Yes.
Like Jackie Barrera. You can say hi to your friend Jackie.
Hi, Jackie.
She was in La Voz Kids, right?
Yes.
And Francisco Tico. So very talented people.
That's awesome. It's important that you surround yourself with like-minded people.
And show the support to each other.
Exactly. So they can coach you and help you push you along the way, encourage you. So that's great advice.
I love working with Jackie. We've made some duets together. We're planning planning some more, which I'm really excited about.
You sang at the Star County's Got Talent with her
Yes,
once.
thank you so much for that
That was
invitation.
awesome. and you were part of the mariachi program in Roma High School.
Yes.
Which is a great program, recognized nationwide. I'm sure that helped you out a lot in your career, your
yes.
formation.
Definitely.
Can you tell us more about the mariachi program?
Yeah, so I mean, I think the mariachi program helped me a lot just because I got to work with Mr. Roy Garza. Hi, Mr. Garza. And I think that he really just molded me into a better performer, for sure, 100%. I remember that I was kind of shy before he came into to teach at the school, and I didn't have like a lot of stage presence. But after he came in and he taught us, and he just like showed us what it was like to be a performer, and I think that definitely helped me be a better performer.
Was Mr. Yunus also an instructor for you?
Yes. Oh my god, I can't believe I didn't mention Mr. Yunus here.
An iconic mariachi instructor from Roma.
So Mr. Yunus was my first vocal coach, and I still go visit him every now and then just to get like a voice lesson because you forget and stuff. I've been taking voice lessons with him since I was in 4th grade, I believe, and he's just been such an influential person in my career just because he is the basis of like how I started singing.
So you got your bachelor's at UTRGV, right? In
Music performance.
performance. So you know David Means?
Yes.
David Means? Okay, I know David. And what about Nerina Garcia?
Yes, I met her last year.
Yeah, she's one of my best friends.
Oh, really?
Actually. Yeah.
Small world.
Yeah, small world. Yeah, she's also a voice coach.
You start your master's this fall?
Yes. Hopefully I started this summer. I'm trying to see if I can get in by the 2nd module for summer, but if not, I'll start fall again.
Where do you see yourself in the future? 5 years, 10 years? What do you want for your life?
Well, I mean, right now I'm in a place where I'm just experimenting with where I can go with my music career. So, I mean, hopefully in 5 years or in 10 years, I am a professional singer already. I'm going to try my best and just keep pushing to see if I can grow as an artist and be more recognized. And so I think that La Voz was awesome because it was just like an entry, like a stepwise. But I'm excited and I'm ready to like move forward in that direction.
So what are the things that you're doing to help ensure you achieve that goal? Are you still being active in social media?
Yes, yeah. So I haven't really posted as many covers right now, but because I was busy with school and with levels. But I'm going to start filming some covers very soon. I'm going to be posting that on Instagram, on YouTube, and I'm excited.
Follow him on YouTube because I've seen some of them, like Fuiste Tú, right? Despacito, some great ones.
Yeah.
And tell us where we can find you on social media.
So you can find me on Instagram as Clyde Michael97 and on YouTube, youtube.com/Clyde Guerra.
Awesome. So are there any closing remarks that you'd like to share with our viewers?
I mean, all I can say is just like follow your dreams because that's what I'm doing right now, and it's honestly, the best thing that you can do. And if you can post, if you're an aspiring singer and you'd like to enter reality shows, then post your covers online because you never know who's watching. Like in my case, so.
Would you like to sing of any song?
Yeah, sure. What song would you like to hear?
You choose. I'll give you the choice.
I mean, I'll sing, let's see, what can I sing? I'll sing something that I sang on La Voz, I guess.
Yeah,
Sure.
Procuro olvidarte, siguiendo la ruta de un pájaro herido. Procuro alejarme de aquellos lugares donde nos quisimos. Me enredo en amores, sin ganas ni fuerzas por ver si te olvido. Y llega la noche y no sé lo que haría.
Wow, beautiful.
Very good.
Thank you.
Great job. What about Despacito?
Aquí traemos stickers.
A little phrase maybe of Despacito.
Oh, sure. Let's see.
Come and move that in my direction. So thankful for that, it's such a blessing, yeah. Turn every situation into heaven, yeah. Oh, you are my sunrise on the darkest days. Got me feeling some kind of a way.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
So talented. Always very proud of you and we wish you the best.
Thank you so
career.
much.
Again from Roma, from Star County.
Rio Grande Valley Star here.
A big star. So thank you for being with us
No,
today.
thank you for the invitation.
Thank you so much, Clyde. It's a pleasure.
And until next time, this was Talk the Talk, Rio Grande Valley Stars.
See you guys. Bye.
See you.